This is your weekend market review for Sunday, November 26, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at ADBE Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your weekend market review for Sunday, November 26, 2023. Hopefully you're having a great day. Happy holidays. Hopefully everyone's had some nice time to relax and decompress, and let's get into it. Got a ton of data this week. As you know, if you did your homework, we'll talk about it coming up. A lot of stuff. Here's some PCE, personal spending, new home sales, FHFA, a lot of housing stuff. And makes sense. You had a week of basically no information, no data, just more of a reaction to, I don't know, what we'd call durable goods. I mean, it was pretty light naturally over the holidays. So here comes all the data. Here comes the best month. I mean, I think this is one of the best months in history, up 10% or some sort. I mean, it's pretty strong. And so this is where we need to talk about profit taking, end of month markup, markdown, profit taking, and let's talk about the levels. So if you have any questions, again, please reach out. I'm seeing a lot of interesting things going on. Again, if you want to join the Discord room, link description below. Check out also my website, thetradingagent.com. We'll be redoing it, getting a refresh here, and Back to Basics education series all on here. Get your 5.4%. And also, too, please, I mean, a lot of folks talked about you need to be moving over to Interactive Brokers. Use the referral link. You'll get a bonus up to maybe $1,000 worth of their stock, which if you look at their stock, it's not too bad. Also, Back to Basics series on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. Leave a comment below. Pause. Leave a comment. Hit the like button for my friends that follow pretty good. I appreciate all the love and support. Yeah, Twitter's pretty interesting. I'm seeing a lot of, I don't know, you just call it what it is. I mean, you've seen the consumer spending at the highest levels right before massive problems. And now, again, you can go higher, obviously, but man, we're at new highs. It's interesting that you got the Treasury, basically, you get that, was it the 3-month reserve bank maturity minus constant maturity? Again, either way, if you don't understand it, just look, I mean, it's getting pretty extreme. Seeing a lot of stuff, small beta bank deposits still outflowing, all sorts of stuff. And then, yeah, I was reading about this too. I mean, Black Friday, I mean, I think a lot of people shopped online, but I don't think people were going nuts in the stores. I just don't, not from what I've been reading. So again, we'll see how that plays out. Again, appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, too, if you got real estate questions, again, that is another strong point of mine. Love to help you out. If you're looking to buy, sell anywhere in the country, need any help, please reach out. Don't go into Zillow. Get a Zillow agent to help you out. If you're looking to buy something, you're an investor and you want some perspectives on things, again, you need help, love to help out. Either way, do not promise me you're not going to go use Uncle Bobby to buy a house, sell your house, or your Aunt Darla. I'm telling you, if they're not pros, they don't do this for a living, they don't know what they're doing, oh my God, it's going to cost you tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential equity gains that you don't want to miss out on. Again, have a strategy, reach out, use the Calendly link, Calendly, blah, blah, blah. It's hard, it doesn't roll off my tongue very well, and we'll talk anytime. All right, Bitcoin chopping up at the highs again. It's tough to know. I mean, I've said this again. I mean, they're talking about maybe a rate hike in December. That's starting to peak up a little bit. Again, with the market higher, yes. I mean, again, I still think you're going to get rate cuts next year because things are going to get gnarly. So, yeah, Bitcoin, oil we've talked about, chopping, demand destruction is real. Keep an eye on these levels, though. I mean, I would not be surprised if we got a little bounce and it scares the shiznot out of the feds. Natural gas, as we said, it looks good. It's just I don't think you're going to get a big move. I just don't think you're getting the big move yet. We'll keep an eye on it, obviously, naturally. But let's get into it. The dollar, we talked about holding this low 20 area, the 100-day. So far, so good. I expect volatility to pick up. And again, it's tough to know for sure, but I don't trust bonds. I trust more people coming into dollar because I think the reserve currency of the world is still intact because there's a lot of crap going on. Light volume week, again, pulled the bonds up. Said watch this 90 area. All right, keep an eye on it because if bonds roll over again, I'm not surprised if the market does. The VIX, I mean, this is just absolutely bananas down here. What a gift. Vixen, another bananas down here. I mean, you don't get much lower in the Vixen, close-wise. Take advantage of it. SPY. I've talked about 99% of institutions, hedge funds, mutual funds own the Magnificent Seven. I mean, it's just everyone's piled in. It's a tired trade. Again, talking about the best month. I mean, look at that. Nothing. This is what I'm expecting at some point, a pullback rally, then maybe a bigger flop in time. Because again, I think the recession is definitely coming. This reminds me of the 1970s where the markets rallied back close to new highs in 73 and then failed in 74. Wouldn't be surprised. Similarly, because we've got a lot of crap going on. QQQ, again, getting tired up here. Keep an eye on it. IWM, we've talked about lagging tremendously. Gets into this 180 area, and then it seems to flop. We'll see what happens. DIA, acting a little better. Actually got over and up into the next upper bound, right? I mean, it's basically in there. See what happens up here. We'll see what happens. Again, I mean, you got to give strength credit where credit is due. Gold, we talked about chopping around. I don't really trust it, but I also see it's holding up pretty well. Silver is a little intriguing in the sense of what it did on Friday, but again, it's so tough in these light market days. I don't trust them. It broke out back into this next range of resistance. I mean, I don't know where you want to put it, like that basically. See what happens up here. Got to give it credit where credit is due, but again, light volume weeks, I don't trust them. Miners, not really confirming it either, right? GDX, not GDXJ. Holding up. A lot of people could argue Head and Shoulders bottom. It's just the problem is gold, metals, all this stuff gets absolutely slammed right before the Feds pivot. Because again, they're going to try to talk people off, and then they throw the baby out the bathwater. That's why we're still anticipating a big pullback going into next year at some point. AG, 100-day. I mean, you could talk about these. They look okay. Due for rally. We talked about it. Like, they're going to be choppy and sloppy. It's your decision. Newmont, I mean, this name is interesting down here. We talked about the high volumes. I just don't know if I trust it down here yet. I'd rather just let them throw the baby out with the bathwater. Maybe these names don't make new lows, but they hold sideways. Then we can jump on. That's my opinion on it. Let's get into tech, because I think this is the best generational tech short of the century. It looks like Taiwan Semi is a big Head and Shoulders top. Keep an eye on that. Micron ran up to new highs. Light volume. We'll see what happens. Getting sloppy and choppy up here. AM Dizzle. Looks like it was breaking out. And then it kind of gives it back. And we'll see. Watch this 120s area. Again, it's not perfect. NVIDIA, you expect, if everything is so awesome, why is everyone dumping? Why are there 13Fs? People are just dumping. Interesting close on Friday, right? Didn't hold up. Intellectual property holding up better, but it got into some weekly, monthly resistance. We talked about this. You can see it on the weekly. When you zoom out, zoom. Now what? Yeah, I mean, keep an eye on. If this touches that 200 week around 45, I mean, I think you can go pretty strong on this with a tight stop. SMH chopping. Looks a little distributive up here, considering like what's going on last week. I mean, somebody was unloading. Adobes, we've talked about this level on the weekly. Watch out. I mean, it's interesting. Some of these names, we talked about shorting Apple in the 191 plus 992 area. If you got it up on this day, I like this. I like this a lot. A lot of people are saying the gap has to fill at 195s. Not necessarily. Look at this move. And again, maybe it's just a small trade back down to 185 or something. It still has juice. Amazon, curious to see how this one gaps up or gaps down tomorrow. I mean, if we get 150, it's basically the top of its weekly range too. Check it out here. Okay, I'll do it. I'll share. Not hiding anything. Yeah, check this out, this blue box. I mean, could you get up to 150? I mean, it's always possible. I mean, you have to remember, don't bring a ruler to trading. Can it go $1 or $2 or 50 cents, or depending on the denomination, can it go a small amount past? Of course. I mean, that's what traps literally are. CRM, we talked about watching this mid 220s. Let me just, I mean, it's clearly, you can't draw. I just watch this multi-day range. If it gets over 226, maybe it gets back up to 229, 230. We'll see. I mean, all this looks, in my opinion, looks distributive up here. Guggenheim fills the gap, gets over it, gives it back pretty quickly. Light volume. Meta, this one's tough because I could see it getting back up into the 40s. I mean, you can see the blue box. I just don't know if it, I mean, will it get there? Microsoft, I'm impressed. This one went nuts. Yeah, now it's getting a little tired. End of quarter. I mean, these are the names that I would think that get sold at the end of the month, not end of quarter. NASDAQ, again, I'm liking this. I'm eyeballing this one. I've got some other shorts going, but again, if this one, I've seen this thing do this before. You see like these long wicks. Like if I see a big green day or a gap up, I'm taking it. I mean, I'd love to see it at 57, but it's just, again, long-term, easiest short in the world, in my opinion. MicroStrategy, we talked about it. That candle looks like the top, but we've been holding up pretty well. But can we get over 535? That's the key. Netflix and chill. We're up in some weekly zones. We've talked about this back testing trend lines. Here's another one on the weekly. I like this one for shorts. Again, Netflix and chill. Netflix and spill at some point. I mean, it went from 340 up to 480. Get out of here. Get out of here. Roblox. Interesting. I mean, again, I like this one as a takeover target when it gets dumped. And then good old Tesla. This one's holding up, then it's holding down. I mean, it's definitely underperformed. Zoom in, zoom out. I don't know. I mean, I think you can short pops on this and just remember it's incredibly oversold. So it might be an incredibly overshorted. So if you have to be careful, be thoughtful, think about, you might want to move to another one. Costco, liking it up here, like these little gaps and dojis and tight candles. Starbucks, we talked about, this is a short on any bounce. Then it's dropping. FedEx, loving it up here at the 100-day, keeping on it, multi-day range. Caterpillar dropped with some of the China and Deere information. Now it's just holding anything over 250. Nucor, like it up here for a lot for a short. Because again, I think materials are great long term, but they're going to get sold at some point. VALE, another one that you thought would just rally up, but then boom, hits trend line, fails. I mean, that's pretty, 3 or 4% off the highs. Arrow, talk about copper. I mean, a lot of people are saying copper's about to break out. If it does, you got the volume down here for a squeeze. If you get over 14.15, this thing could rip. CCJ holding up really well. Give it credit where credit's due. Again, I thought this was the top, but just keep in mind, if you zoom out, check out some of the weekly action here. I'll pop it over. We got an important area here, very important. So does it get over it? Does it not? I don't know. CF, we like ag long term, absolutely, but we want to see. This is the thing. I think it's just in a big choppy range. Mosaic, another one. Kind of just let them play out. They're in big choppy sloppy ranges. NTR, they look good. They look like they're due to bounce. We'll see. AA, again, who doesn't like aluminum long term? I just want to see these names get stomped out and just nothing. XLF into the resistance point. Love the FAS near 69. Absolutely. Love this. JP Mo starting to get tired up here. All right, Doji. Morgan Stanley, was hoping for 81, 82, not getting there. Bank of America at our downtrend. This is just keep it simple. Goldman, we've talked about peaking out up here, just multi-day ranging. It's just a matter of when, not if it dumps. Carry, in my opinion. This is another one, got up to 45, said backing off. Interesting. Again, because you got to do the long-term math here. Bank deposits coming out, oversold, chop. Next, the wave down gets ugly. XBI, we talked about baby bios being oversold. Be careful. I don't know. Could you get up to the 100-day back into this good old box of draw the box? I think I had it right. No, I had it right around there. Yeah. Could it get up in 75s? Keep an eye on it, right? There's no guarantee. Airbnb, this one's interesting. Again, I like the short up here. Multi-day ranging, trend lines, all sorts of fun moving averages. Fun with moving averages. Good old solar, your friend, right? We talk about solar just dead, but the new, we talked about when the budget passed, it probably had a rally in it. Perfect Sedge, same thing, expected some rallies, but these things look so dead. Any major rallies, short, here you go, ENPH. Again, congrats if you bought it down here at 74. Those are big moves percentage-wise. But just keep in mind, it's still a downtrend. Just be careful. First Solar, we talked about the 160s. Loving it. If you took it up here, it looks pretty good. Again, it's just light volume week. See what happens. HYG, right? We like watching the 75 area. Zoom out. There's so many trend lines. It's just kind of simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Watch the 75 area. Last but not least, oil. Talking about oil is going to be all over the place. Talking about OPEC slowing. Oops, crap. Whatever. Oil, OPEC. Bleh. OPEC wants to cut more. Certain countries in Africa are not following the quotas. There's no trust among thieves, right? UNG, we talked about getting out of this in the 7s. Just leave it alone. Bad ETF. XOP, love the drip. We got it in the 9s. Chopping around, watching the range. Watch the 140 area. ExxonMobil, we said needs to break 100. Seems to be holding, chopping. I like MPC and Valero gasoline shorts. Watch the ranges. You can see MPC 150 plus seems to reject. Valero is, I don't know. It seems just making lower highs. Any major bounce, I think, are those the best opportunities. Maybe you wait for the OPEC headline. EQT, we've talked about oil and gas. It's can't get over 44. Flex LNG ended there. I like this because I think we will be long-term natural gas exporters. It's just a big base. And when it breaks, it'll go and we'll probably jump on it. And if it flops, awesome, because the dividend yield's solid on it. So again, if you have any questions, again, please reach out. Appreciate all the love, support. If the website's down for a couple days, it looks a little funny, we'll be updating it hopefully next week into the following week. Could be a little bit of a work in progress. I appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always amazed at how many people have questions, in chats and in the Discord room. But if you really got questions about how to be better at anything in general that I can help you with, use the Calendly link. I'm here for you. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.